Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back again doing your finance-focused monthly tarot horoscope for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in the lovely Capricorn. You can learn more about why I chose the deck that I'm using. It is the Tarot de Marseille deck. And I talked a little bit about that in a separate video, so you can check that out, of why I'm using this deck and kind of how I'm using it. I do want to make the disclaimer that this is for entertainment purposes only, and I'm not legally responsible or liable for anybody who goes out and makes any kind of crazy financial decisions based on these videos. Or goes and gambles. This is one of those things where it's just for entertainment and for, food for thought. That's all I always say. It's food for thought. So, let's just see. I have been shuffling. Let's just see what we got for you guys. Wow. Well, this is intense, guys. Okay, so to start off with, right out of the gate, you got the World card. And I know in my Shadowscapes deck, for the month of April, I think we're doing my mid-April, you guys had got, the Capricorns had gotten a whole bunch of Major Arcana cards. So it's interesting you're getting more Major Arcana cards here. This is financial, this is a financial focus deck, but you're out there. I mean, it has, just like any other tarot deck, it has like a complete set of stuff. So, I am mentioning it here because it's similar. But this card, I wrote, okay, it says to take a trip or to move. It says to move around the world, okay, to go from rags to riches overnight. To become an overnight sensation, to become famous, can indicate reward for hard work or work well done. This is success in all you do. This is completion of a big project. And it's also to have all the luck in the world. This is probably one of the best cards for finance, but also for relationships in the whole deck. Okay, there's some really, really good ones. But this one I love. I really do love. It says to love someone with all your heart. So this is Capricorns in the month of May. Some of you are going to be moving. Some of you are going to be taking a trip. Some of you are just going to be kind of enjoying success. Some of you are famous, are going to be famous, become more famous maybe than you already are. Some of you are going to have a lot of luck. I feel like May is a really lucky time for you Capricorns, okay? Don't discount that, okay? Luck is really on your side. Now, again, I am not saying that you should go out and go crazy and gamble here, there, or everywhere because, Oracle Daphne said I had the luck. So I don't want you to do that, okay? Because, on that particular day, planetarily speaking, maybe the stuff wasn't in alignment. You never know. So I don't want you to go crazy, okay? But I do want you to know that you are very fortunate. I feel like in the month of May is a very fortunate time for you. Now, what's crossing you is the Magician. And the Magician in my deck is magic. And this is true. It says truths will be revealed. You will start on a new path. Your dreams can become a reality if you choose to make them so. To realize the potential in someone or something and to make big life changes, okay? And I wrote here, magic is the strength of your will, the clarity of your vision, and your courage to follow through. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. And I get a tingle every time. I love that we can create our life. We can make it abundant. We can make it magical. We can use our mind to make our dreams come true. This is a great time for manifesting. And, you know, I know some of you may be like, well, this is hocus pocus, blah, blah, blah. But this is a great time to really think big, to think, okay, what is it that I really want? And to know that you can have it. You have all the elements there to make it a very magical month, to make it everything that to really have everything that you want. That's what the magician does. The magician uses the elements to create. This is a very good time to be creative. Very good time to start a new project, to start a new painting, a new drawing, a new maybe a new small craft business. I don't know, for some of you who do craft stuff, you know, maybe on Etsy. Etsy is going to see a huge boom, I think, in May, okay? Some of you who do things with your hands, this is a great time to do those things, okay? Whether it's knitting, whether it's sewing, whether it's, you know, crafting, you know, some of you making, like, hair things. I don't know, for some reason I'm just seeing, like, a lot of, like, ribbons or, like, little buttons. Maybe you're making buttons. I don't know what it is you're making, but you're doing something with your hands. Now, some of you guys, Capricorn guys, this is building, you know, and I'm not saying, you know, female Capricorns, you could be builder and you could be an architect, and message me if you are, and you could be making something really, like, have a big project. You know, it's interesting. I was reading in Vogue for the month of May. There's this woman, I forget her name now, I can't remember. She's building this huge museum, okay? Really cool. So, and I definitely look up to her. So, that could be you, Capricorn. I mean, I don't know if she's a Capricorn, but that could be her, that could be you. Females doing some big projects, okay? So it's not just the guys that are the builders here. I'm not sexist at all. So, it could be both, you know, male, females building something. I feel like there's a wood element. Those of you who are woodworkers or carpenters or doing kind of like anything with real estate where you're kind of fixing things up, flipping things, tearing things down. I just like, I'm smelling a lot of wood. You know what I mean? Some of you are doing a lot of maybe wood stuff with your, you know, in the backyard. Cutting wood, clearing up wood. Some of you may be like landscapers or have like your own like tree removal business. Message me if you are, you know, where there's just, you're cutting a lot of trees down for some reason. There's like a lot of trees and there's like a lot of wood. Some of you are like piling wood for the winter kind of thing. There's just a strong. And then some of you are like, some of you do engraving. One of you does, I'm getting the word lithography or like engraving or like wood printing, woodworking. Similar to this artist, you know what I mean? You know, you're an artist. So you do different things, whether it's getting the word lithography or whether it's printmaking, pattern making, things like that, design work. That's what you do. It's a great time for that. But to me, okay, so you have the two elements. You've got the world and you have the magician. Very strong. Very, very strong start to May. Very strong financial start. This is the universe saying, okay, you have everything that you need to make your life what you want. We're giving you the luck. We're giving you that fresh start. We're giving you the magic to make it happen. So it's really, really strong. It's really, really positive, Capricorn. And you got the Empress for the foundation, which is also very strong, okay? The Empress is, in my deck, fruitful abundance. This is a wealthy woman, can also indicate pregnancy, okay? This is a single person also who's full of promise. This is a life that's blessed by heaven. And this is someone who may be a golden child or a very special person. This is money and power, love, children, and family, okay? This is a woman who's in a very powerful position, okay? Make no mistake about that. But this is also can indicate someone who's just very special, has very special gifts. You may be that person. You may know somebody who's that person. For this to be the foundation, if some of you are thinking about pregnancy very strongly, if you're single, you know, you have a lot of promise. Okay, there's a lot of the promise of, you know, when somebody says that about you, it's sort of like you're going places. You know what I mean? You're not just like sitting on your ass like on the couch somewhere. You're really working on something, and you're going places, and you're doing things, and you know, your life is really blessed. Okay, so. And some of you, because you're a golden child, and what I think of as the golden child is someone who, who works with spirit, who works with the angels, someone like myself, so who has a very spiritual energy, the high spiritual vibration, high spiritual energy, where they're really meant to be more than just, you know, that person sitting on the couch. They're really meant to go far. And heaven's blessing them because they're sharing their spiritual wisdom with others. They're healing others. A golden child has the ability to really healing. They walk in the room, they're healing others just by their presence. You know, it's that higher vibration. And that, you know, golden children can have a difficult time in families that have lower energies. They can have a difficult time when they do go out, because people might hate them. You know, they may see that there's something bright about them and they don't like it. So they can have a little bit of a struggle. But they ultimately are going to come out on top because they have that spiritual focus of their life. That's kind of their mission, to be the light. And so you have, it's sort of like the foundation. You have the light bulb. You have this light bulb, whether it's you, Capricorn, where you're the light bulb, or someone in the distant past you met was like this, or whether, you know, this could be your wife for some of you male Capricorns. This could be your girlfriend. This could be your wife. This could be somebody who's very, or your mom, somebody who's very strong. She's the matriarch of the family, and she has money, and she is very powerful. And it's not, the word powerful is kind of tricky and spiritual, you know, because people think, well, the person's powerful. Well, what makes her powerful is her, not because she has the ability to be like God in a way, but because she has the ability to cut through the bullshit, to see the good in others, she has the strength to be the light for others. And that's somebody who, it takes, that's power, okay? She makes good choices. She is, you know, loving. She is very wise, and she knows better, okay? She's learned. So that's what gives her power. It's not power in the traditional sense of the word. So I feel like Capricorn, this is a time where you're in the month of May. really going to be empowered, okay? Really going to have everything at your fingertips to make your life amazing. Now, let's see, in the recent past, you got, I think of this as like the cash card, okay? A Pentacles card here. This is the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is gifts of cash. This is Christmas, birthdays. This is to give generously, to receive a loan or money for personal or business. This is a good business deal. This is the heart of the giver is gold, and he or she shares their success. So to me, this is the Empress. Did I say the Empress? Yeah, the Empress who was giving recently, was very generous. She shares her wealth. She shares her success. She knows how to balance her budget. She knows what to do with money. Hang on just a second. I need to grab some water. So now, what's crowning the reading is this is the marriage card. So some of you are getting really excited right now. And this is financial increase through marriage as well. It says to get married. This is the Pope, the Pape. It says to get married or to desire marriage, to go to a wedding. This is many blessings from heaven, spiritual enlightenment, prosperity and abundance, of wealth through marriage also. It says to let go of the fear of loss and to not be afraid of love. In the story about this card, this is where someone has the choice, okay, to give up what you fear to lose, okay, or consider what you would have if your fears came true. So you can make the choice. You say, you know what, forget it. I'm not going to date at all, okay? Or you go into it and say, you know what, I'm going to date, even if it leads to heartache, even if it leads to a breakup, because I would have learned something from the experience. You know, maybe you will have learned that you don't actually like guys, you like women. You know what I mean? Or maybe you would have learned that, you know, not everyone's the same, and that not everybody treats each other the same, you know, or that not all guys are assholes, or that not all girls are assholes. You know what I mean? You're going to learn something. You're not going to come out empty-handed. The thing is that people are generally afraid of getting into relationships because they're afraid of getting hurt, you know, so badly, you know. But you can't, you're going to get to a point, I feel like you're at this point where you have this choice to make. And the choice is not date at all, or consider dating, and this is an example, okay? And consider dating and face your fears. And know that you're not going to lose, you know, in relationships, in life. It's not really, I mean, there is loss, okay? And Capricorn knows about loss, and Capricorn knows about pain, and Capricorn knows about mistakes. But here's the thing. It's, you're going to come out on top no matter what. You have to see it that way, because the Capricorn always does, okay? And in life, that's the wheel of karma, okay? That's the wheel of, and it's funny because you got the wheel here too. That's the way things go. I mean, when you're down, you go up again. So it's not like you're going to stay in. You don't have to fear that should you lose, whatever it is, especially I feel like relationship-wise, you don't have to fear the loss. There's really nothing to fear when it comes to a relationship or getting married. There's nothing. Yes, you know, there always are financial repercussions. You know, divorce isn't cheap. Most people will tell you that, but you can't go into a new relationship thinking about getting divorced. You can't go into a new relationship thinking about worst case scenarios and what happens if this happens and what happens if that happens. No, you just have to live your life, and you have to go into it. You have to just be in the moment and learn from it as best you can. Now, interesting in the position of what's soon to come to pass here is you got the Four of Cups. This is a very interesting card. Four of Cups is frustration and discontent. Feeling underpaid and overworked, okay? Not making good choices in relationships. Feeling not satisfied. Feeling tired, worn down. Needing to figure things out. Having confusion. It's so funny. It's like nothing you have is what you want. And not knowing what love is, so you can't recognize it. Taking things or people for granted, feeling discouraged. So the counsel here for you, Capricorn, is you're going to get to a point, I feel like mid-May, where maybe you're a little bit burnt out, where you're kind of just in a place of discontent. You're dissatisfied. You have all this crazy, amazing, cool energy here for you, but for some reason, mid-May, it doesn't matter. Like nothing matters because you're feeling just discontented, feeling frustrated, feeling stressed out, feeling discouraged, feeling like maybe you're never going to get what you want. Maybe you're feeling afraid that you're never going to get married, or you're never going to have kids, or you're never going to, take that trip around the world, or maybe you don't feel like the things that you're trying to manifest are coming true. These are all things very Capricornian, because Capricorns get, they're working, and then they just get tired. They get frustrated. They start to overanalyze. So you need to, number one, be grateful for everything you have. Either you start a gratitude journal, or you pray every day and start to say thank you for each thing in your life, whatever that is. You need to seek counsel. I say go to a therapist. Okay, this is a good time to seek therapy. You're more than welcome to email me to have a private reading, and we can talk things through. Or I usually recommend, as well as talking to a psychic, talking to someone who is like a psychologist. Someone who can just sit and you can talk to them about your problems constantly. This is what I feel like you need. You need to kind of vent, And this is waiting for the clouds to part. It's so funny because I'm getting this tingle that it's always darkest before the dawn, right? There's that moment in time where you're just not sure if it's ever going to be light again, if the earth is going to wake up again. It's that time in the winter almost where you're not sure if spring's going to arrive, if ever again. It's just kind of gloomy. I feel like you're going to feel not depressed, but kind of gloomy. It's this gloomy feeling. It's this time where it's sort of like there's some clouds that are preventing you from being positive for some reason. And you're feeling very discouraged. Maybe financially, you're not at a place where you want it to be. I don't feel like, because this is not a financial, this is a financial reading, obviously. There's a lot of elements that go into this reading. I feel like this is a relationship card. And I think that you're frustrated primarily. You may be frustrated with your business. You may just be really, really tired and overworked and just maybe feeling underpaid and maybe feeling like you're not where you want it to be. And that's a Capricorn thing too, where Capricorns have goals. And then they can't, maybe for whatever reason, they can't get to the place that they wanted to get. They haven't reached their goal yet, or they haven't, again, maybe found someone that maybe they haven't found this love partner, and they're frustrated with that. Maybe, you want to get married, you want to have kids, but you haven't found that guy yet. This is feeling clouded by all that, discouraged, you're not going to get there. You know, seeing the top of the mountain, you're the goat, and you're like, I'm not going to get there. How the hell am I going to get there? You know, it's going to go on forever like this. And the thing is, you need to be patient and wait for that clarity, for the clarity, for the light to shine through again, because the light always shines through again. The dawn will come, the spring will arrive. Things will change, okay? So you need to kind of wait it out. You need to get the therapy, and you need to take time for yourself, and you need to rest. If you're not taking enough time off, I feel like you need to go on vacation. You know, I feel like you need to take a vacation, take some time to just decompress, to not do anything. And Capricorns have a very difficult time with that because they are the list makers. You know, they're the ones going down their list, being like, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do this, gotta do that. And, you know, my counsel is, because you're so frustrated with relationships, or you're so frustrated with romance, and you're so frustrated with things that are going on in your life, in a way, you're not focused on finance, you're distracted. You're distracted by other things. I feel like financially things are going to be good for you, but you need to... But I feel like you're distracted. In May, you're distracted by relationships. You're distracted by your feelings of discontent. You're distracted by, you know, your business. Maybe your business, you're just doing too much. So the other thing, Capricorn, is you need to watch out for risky business ventures. Okay, so those, and this would be some of you maybe who are doing some kind of things where there's high stakes are involved, okay? And this is the wheel in reverse, okay? So the wheel, it's funny, we were talking about that earlier. In the upright position, my wheel talks about it being high stakes, but the answer is yes if it's in the upright position, and to do it, but no if it's reversed. So do not, any risk that you come across in May, okay, Capricorn, do not take, okay? This is my advice to you. This is a very risky business venture. You know it. Other people know it. If there's a lot of money involved, this is not a time. This is sort of, I would say, towards the last 2 weeks, I'm getting the last 2 weeks in May. This is not a time to do that risk, to take that risk, okay? You need to be more practical and guarded with your finances. The advice is only gamble with what you can afford to lose. That's the advice. That's always, now again, I don't recommend gambling, but I know that some of you are going to, but I am telling you, you know, I am not responsible for any losses there, and I'm also not responsible for any of your choices in that, okay? So, but I'm saying, really, the practical advice about any kind of gambling, any kind of risk, any kind of investment deal thing, you can only put in what you can afford to lose. Because in this case, towards the end of May, it's very risky. And it really could go either way, and you could lose, okay? For some of you, you need to be more generous and more giving. And do not take advantage of others, as what goes around comes around. Excuse me. So, some of you, who are doing some business deals, just be very open and honest about what's going on. Any kind of like shady business stuff where you feel like you've got the upper hand over something, make sure that you're being fair. You make sure you're being fair to others. Because this is karma. Okay, that will cause you negative karma if that happens. Now, know that also, if for whatever reason you do suffer some kind of financial loss because you've done some kind of risk thing in May, that's because of karma. And also because you made the choice. It was a poor choice to take that risk, to take that big of a risk, okay? So you also got, okay, so what's coming in from the outside is you got this guy. And this is a man of power, okay? This is someone who would be very accomplished in business and career. This is a lawyer, a doctor, a senator, an accountant. Someone who has just a strong focus and desire to climb the ladder. This is also climbing. I see it as a card of climbing the ladder. This is would be a very successful in finances and relationships. Could be also female, okay? This is desiring a raise or promotion, and this is working hard. To me, this is working hard. So, it's you're Capricorn, so this is like preaching to the choir. I feel like you gotta have to in mid-May. You're gonna have to take a little bit of a breather because more hard work is coming. Okay. I feel like you're gonna need to make wise choices when it comes to your business or when it comes to any kind of risky deals. Contracts, things like that. Be very cautious about. But I feel like you're going to go back to where, I feel like for those of you who maybe come to a point where they either lose their job or they're frustrated with their job and maybe a new job change needs to happen, don't be afraid. You're going to find work again. I feel like Capricorns, their lot in life is just to continue working when everybody else is sitting on their ass. That's kind of how I see it. And then you also got this card here. I think this is like, I think of this as a knight in shining armor, but not, he's not wearing armor, but I think of him as this is a good guy, someone who likes to be helpful or to help others. This is slow and steady wins the race. For business opportunities in career, both, okay? And this is someone who's just beginning in career, but who's going to advance as they are good at what they do. This is just, again, you've got two cards back to back about working. You got this person, guy or girl, who's working hard, very accomplished, someone who's very accomplished in what they do. They're talented, they have a career. They don't just have a job. And this person has a job, but is kind of trying to get to where this person is, okay? To me, they're very similar. Whether you're in a career or you're in a job, you're trying to climb the ladder, you're going to be advancing, you're going to be getting a promotion, you're going to be working hard. I just keep getting working hard. And you're good at what you do. You're very good, okay? And people are going to take notice. Guys or girls, okay? People are going to take notice that you're good at what you do. And you're just going to kind of continue to work. At the very end of May, I feel like you're going to be working, just working is the focus. And you're going to be reaping the financial rewards from all of your hard work. So you kind of have a little mixed bag here. To me, it feels like you have a little bit of some moments where you're just like, you want more to happen in relationships, but you have these strong work cards. So it, to me, feels like you're just going to go right back into pouring yourself into your work and maybe not focusing as much on relationships, or you're not going to stay down for very long if you get frustrated with maybe where things aren't going. You may get frustrated for a period of time, but not like, not forever. And then the final card is a beautiful card, and there is no reverse of this card. This card is just, it's just awesome. And it says, what is yours will soon come to you. This is a fabulous good news. The phone rings, the text message comes through, the check arrives in the mail. I wrote, check your inbox for email, okay? This is beating all odds. This is news of victory. This is the hope of love. This is just amazing, amazing card. This is the Six of Wands. I mean, technically, it's Six of Wands. So, it's just, to me, it's just so beautiful. It's, you know, you have these very strong work cards at the end of May, very, very strong. But then it's sort of like, to me, this is like this is new romance, okay? So I feel like, you're going to meet someone in June, okay? And I know this is a finance focused reading, but for those of you who want romance, you're going to meet somebody in June. So Capricorn, that's the time for you. So that's why you got this it's like a little preview card. I see it's like being a preview card. The good thing, it's just about to come in, it's the end of the reading, but it's like a preview for the next. It's like a preview moment. It's a spotlight card saying, oh, okay, things are going to be in the future. Really awesome. Any kind of, I feel like any kind of legal stuff is going to be wrapped up at the end of May or early June, okay? It's going to be done, and you're going to have beaten all the odds, and everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, you went through so much, and I'm so proud of you for pursuing it, for finishing it, completing it. You're going to put, you need to pat yourself on the back for some hard work put in. I feel like you're going to put some hard work in, because you have these two strong work cards there. But I feel like you're going to reap the rewards. It's going to be awesome. This is news of victory. This is a victory, okay? So, woohoo, Capricorn, you go. Yeah, so it's a great, I feel like this is a great reading. Again, watch out for high stakes, risks, gambles, anything like that. Be very, very cautious. Only gamble what you can afford to lose. Only risk. I shouldn't say gamble. I should say only risk what you can afford to lose. Okay? And then also, those of you who haven't found love yet and you're tired of waiting for that guy to come into your life, or you're tired of waiting for that girl to show up, they're going to show up in June for some of you. Not all of you, but some of you. To me, this is what it's saying. Overall, I think it's a great spread, and I don't know when I'm going to be doing more of these finance readings, because I have so many other readings that I have to do. But if you want to have a finance specific reading, feel free to email me, elizabetholson31@gmail.com, and I wish you guys all the best. All right, I send you big hugs, big kisses. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Okay, take care.